Guys. Let's talk about the Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin fight. I thought it was a great fight. Amazing undercard two. Everyone was on point. Let's go with Benavidez' fight first. Pure domination. Obviously, I felt like the other guy was not throwing to hurt, so it wasn't much of a contest, and it was just mainly arm punches. But Benavidez dominated everything, came out the other end, and with a unanimous decision. Respect that. First time in that weight class as well, so really impressive and really good victory. I want to see him fight some top names there. I mean, I know it is his first fight, but I want to see how he matches up with some top names, and also I want to see someone who's in there to knock him out. See how he copes with that pressure, especially at a new weight class. Punches are going to feel different. So I want to see how he deals with that pressure. I really thought his corner did really well, because I heard one of the rounds, and he was basically saying, look, I want you to slip and dodge, go slip and move, bob and weave when you're coming in there. Don't just stay stationary. And I thought that was really great advice. And you actually saw him going bobbing and weaving, and then coming into his own, putting his punches together. And we know Benavidez, he's a volume puncher. And once he gets going, once the engine starts, it's really hard to slow down and stop. So that was a great fight, great win for him, especially coming off, coming to the new weight class. Well done. I don't think the Canelo fight is going to happen. I do believe Canelo is running, and it's very sad, but I do think Canelo is running from Benavidez. I actually think he should take that fight. It's going to be a great fight. Canelo's a counter puncher, Benavidez is a volume puncher, so it'll be a action-packed fight. And I do believe Canelo has the heavier hands. So see how we go. He wants 200 mil. I don't think that's going to happen. But hey, if Pac-Man and Floyd can do it, I'm sure these two can do it. Plus, there's some Arab money. So oil money, buddy, oil money. Now, let's get on to the main event. Frank Martin versus Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm going to tell you from the start, Davis is my favorite fighter, but this guy gives me heart attacks every single fight, because he takes 6 to 7 rounds off and the other guy's getting off him, and you're just like, shit, man. One, is he going to catch up? Two, is he going to knock him down? Or what's going to happen? Because he's behind on the scorecards all the freaking time. So watching this fight, it was no different. And I actually thought Frank was doing really well. Like, in the center of the ring, like, Gervonta couldn't touch him in the center of the ring. I don't know why Frank didn't just pivot and go to the center of the ring, because if you watch the fight, in the center of the ring, he was putting his punches together, he was putting his combinations together, and Tank was getting hit. He was getting touched up. But that's Tank. We all know he gets touched up, but Frank was doing really well. Like, I was watching him. I was like, man, this is the perfect style for Tank. Like, if he can't cut off the ring and stop the pivots and pressure him into a corner, I think this was Frank's fight to win, honestly. But Gervonta, as always, just those late rounds, you just can't take him off, Like, he just comes more and more. And it's like in the ring, as soon as he feels a little bit of softness, or you're gassing a little bit, he just steps on it. So I don't know who's going to stop this dude, man. Gervonta looks really good. I don't like how he was getting hit, but that is him. He did come back in the later rounds. And the funny thing was, the greatest asset was how smart Gervonta is. If you watch that fight, like, Frank was scared to throw, like, because Gervonta knew everything he was going to throw. And Frank was scared to throw what's going to come back, because Gervonta already sees what he's going to throw. So he's going to come back with counters. And Frank was just gun shy, man. I think it was at like the 4th or 5th round. He was just like, just watching. I know he was staying composed and under pressure and things like that. But when you're in that zone, man, you gotta feint. You got to use a lot of arm feints, foot feints, and you got to go up and down to the body. And especially when a guy is watching you, watching every single punch, you got to come in combinations. And just like Frank said, it was a punch that he didn't see knocked him out. Like, you got to do that to Tank, because he wasn't seeing all the punches when you were in the middle of the ring. But once he gets your number, you have to use your feints, you have to use your jab, you have to use your combinations, and you have to use every single asset in order to get away from that pressure. And unfortunately, just like Tank said, just like everyone said, I do believe that Frank was a bit too early for this fight. He was way too early. The pressure was too much, and he really should spar. Especially if you're fighting someone who's a pressure puncher like Tank, you got to fight heavyweights just to feel that pressure. You got to fight heavyweights so you can withstand that pressure when you're in that ring. And Frank was definitely too green for this fight. He was definitely too green. Had he had more confidence, more experience, and was able to take the pressure that Gervonta was putting on him, mate, he had 5-6 rounds in the bag. It could have easily put another 2 or 3 and then done, game over. I honestly thought he boxed beautifully. Like, it was a perfect boxing fight that he did against Tank. But Tank, once again, props to you, brother. You came out on top. You know how to put your punches together. Your ring IQ is amazing, man. Like, you literally are the mix between Tyson and Floyd. Like, ring IQ plus pitbull power plus just the dog in this guy, man. Just the dog in this guy. It's just, yeah, Frank was too green. But again, he did a great first half of the fight. Great first half of the fight. I couldn't fault anything Frank did until he started laying on the ropes a bit too much, then getting caught, and night. So great event. You did it again, Tank. 30-0. I can't wait to see who you fight next. People throwing Loma's name out there. Come on, guys. Loma's gonna get knocked the fuck out, man. Loma's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Like, you imagine one of those big overhand lefts straight to Loma's chin, man. You think Loma's gonna be able to withstand that? No chance. Straight body shots. Like, you think no way. Loma's gonna get knocked the fuck out. That is not the fight for Tank. It is the fight for Tank. I'm more than happy for Tank to go fight it, but Loma, be smart. You're not that guy anymore, bro. You're not that guy, all right? You don't have enough power to keep Tank. If Frank couldn't take Tank, couldn't keep him off, what do you think Loma's pillow punches are going to do, Yes, he has a great jab, but Tank's just going to walk him down, bang, 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 night, game over, bye-bye, Loma, time for retirement. So if you don't want to retire, Loma, don't take that fight, okay? I want to see Tank beat Haney, Tank beat Shakira. Do this it. I do like Shakur. Shakur, I do like you, man. I really do rate your boxing skills, But bit of a runner, bit of scared to get hit and scared to get knocked out. We saw that against De Los Santos, so his name. But that's a great fight. So you got Haney, you got Shakur, you got Teofimo. I would love to see that fight. And I want to see the Pitbull Cruz rematch. Not because I think Pitbull won. I don't know where these casuals think Pitbull won. Pitbull did not win. Tank literally outboxed him with one hand. Like, literally just jabbed his way and just literally outboxed him with one hand, man. I don't want to see any of that. The reason I want to see that fight is I want to see a dominant performance from Tank, just dominating this dude, so people have nothing else to say about this guy. Because I don't rate Pitbull as a great boxer, guys. He's a power puncher. He wants to put his combinations and touch you up. But, brother, Rolly was outboxing Pitbull. Pitbull is not a boxer. He's flat-footed. He just wants to throw. He just wants to get in a firefight and exchange. And any proper boxer will outbox the shit out of Pitbull. If Floyd was Pitbull, bro, I'm telling you, Pitbull wouldn't even get one punch in Floyd. Like, Floyd would just dance around these niggas like it's nothing, bro. Like, Pitbull, I don't rate you. You may have heavy hands, you may have got Rolly, but let's be honest, Rolly isn't anything great either, So I want to see Tank against Haney, Shakira Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Pitbull, and Frank was it, but Frank got done. Next is up Keyshawn. Keyshawn's really good, boys. He's a really good talent. But again, Keyshawn is too green for that fight. He should not take that fight. He needs at least 20 professional fights, at least like 3 to 4 main events, him headlining. So the body just gets used to that pressure. Because going up against Tank under those bright lights, especially if it's your first time, it's going to get you, boys. It's going to get you. So, Pitbull, Haney, Shakira, and Tio. Once you do those guys, man, Tank, you can retire. Like, honestly, you've done it all. You've said it all. Like, you can retire. I would actually like to see you unify and then retire, but I think you can do it. See how you go. And yeah, man, all the best. Well done on another great event. Can't wait to see the next fight and tune in for my next fight recap. Have a lovely day, guys.